Hey everyone, Neil from Nintendo Power here to talk to you today a little bit about one of my absolute favorite third-party accessories for the Nintendo Switch, the Satisfye Grip, as well as their expanded product offering that you can now buy individually from their site, satisfye.com. Full disclosure, Satisfye sent me all this stuff for free, but that's not going to affect the outcome of my review, even though for the most part, it's completely positive. If you're not familiar with the Satisfye Grip already, it simply makes the Nintendo Switch far more comfortable and ergonomic in handheld mode. I didn't even know until I got this grip just how uncomfortable the Switch gets after a little while. The flat outside rails of the Joy-Con just eventually get uncomfortable in the palm after about an hour or so. And what the grip accomplishes is it just gives you that extra bit of girth on the sides to make it feel like you're holding a wider Pro controller. There's also kind of an interesting design differentiator here. There's other grips out there, but the Satisfye Grip has this asymmetrical design that gives you a fatter right side, which allows your thumb to fall far more naturally over the kind of offset thumbstick and face buttons. So for a game like Smash or Diablo, managing that right stick just feels far more natural. Now, while the Satisfye Grip gives you the benefit of extremely comfortable and more natural feeling gameplay in handheld mode, after about 6 months of using the product, I have noticed a few minor drawbacks. Since you've got this added bit of thickness with the grip on the Switch, you won't be able to dock it with the grip on. So if you're someone who plays in portable mode and on the TV quite often, you'll probably be taking the grip on and off quite a bit. And there's no locking mechanism. It just uses these silicone nubs on the inside rails to hold the Switch in place. And I think after repeated use, you're just going to get a little bit of wear on the outside rail of your Joy-Con. So if you have a pair of Joy-Con that you're particularly fond of, I get it. I'm super fastidious when it comes to my electronics. I have to keep them super clean. I get bummed out about scratches. That's something worth considering. I have that pair of custom Super Nintendo Joy-Cons that I paid way too much for, and I'm not gonna risk using those in conjunction with the grip. So the way I've gotten around it is I'm using these custom shells from God of Gaming Shop on Instagram. They're clear, transparent shells with this smooth plastic that doesn't have the matte finish of the stock Joy-Con. And I've been using this setup now for the past 3 months or so, and there's absolutely no wear. Kind of depending on how flat the back is as well, you might run into a slight bit of scuffing on the back of the Switch. I don't see that as a design defect of the grip itself. I think it just comes down to the kind of like touchy finish that's on the outside of the Switch. So I think that about does it for the grip itself. When I originally backed the product in June of last year, the only way you could get the grip was as part of a bundle, which came with this behemoth of a case, the grip, a USB A to C cable, and some thumb pads. Unfortunately, the thumb pads don't work that well. They're kind of throwaway. They're a little too wide, so they limit the travel of the thumbsticks. Unfortunate, but definitely not a big deal. I use the Skull & Co caps on mine. Inside this monster of a case, you have room for 20 Switch games, the grip, the Switch, obviously, and then the great thing is you have room to fit an entire power bank in underneath. So you could be charging the Switch while it's in there. You don't have to bring an extra bag for your power bank. You can fit quite a bit in this case. I guess doesn't make it the most practical thing for day-to-day use, but I'll be taking a trip to Japan next week, and this will be the case that I'm bringing. For a little bit smaller profile case, you can go with the slim case, which only allows for the grip, the Switch, and 10 Switch games. This is what I use day-to-day. And another cool standalone product that Satisfye offers is a miniature version of the Pro Gaming Grip. They simply call it the Mini Gaming Grip, and it's really similar to the Joy-Con grip that comes stock with the Switch, but again, you've got that asymmetrical design, which really does make it feel more substantial than just the standard Joy-Con grip. Pretty close to a Pro controller. So if you've already got a Pro controller, it doesn't make the most sense to pick this up. But if you are on the fence or you don't want to drop the $60 or $70 on a Pro controller, you can get this for far cheaper. Feels great. It's a cool option to have. I'll be taking this with me to Japan as well to play in tabletop mode on the plane. And then the last standalone products we have from Satisfye are their USB A to C and USB C to C cables. The nice thing about those, when you're charging the Switch, the grip actually allows you to stand the Switch straight up like this. It's got a little kickstand underneath, and the cables are right angled. So with that little bit of space underneath, you can plug it in, the Switch can remain charging, you can stand it up, you're not kinking the cable. Just a nice little added feature. Seems like Satisfye's really thought through the little details when it comes to their products. And I think that about does it for Satisfye's entire product offering. All in all, I think Satisfye is putting out really quality products, and the grip is just so comfortable to use. I've actually found that I'm playing in handheld mode nearly 100% of the time now. I've kind of stopped playing on the TV. It's just so comfortable that I'd rather play in bed or on the couch. So if you want to check this stuff out for yourself, head over to satisfye.com. I'm Neil from Nintendo Power. I'll see you guys in the next one.